Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in Diablo, the Hell mod 4. Now we are going to be continuing our adventures with our Elementalist here, and, we were having a bit of a rough time, but, we are actually going to just head back in and see how difficult floor 6 is. And I guess if we're having a lot of trouble, I'll probably end up starting a new game and then heading back in just to get another run through.
Thank goodness you returned. Much has...
Did it automatically do that for me? Maybe it did.
Hello, my friend.
Wait a second. I did not tell it to make a new game. Maybe it did it for me. Maybe leaving and exiting starts a new game. Huh. Well, if so, then I guess that answers that. I just loaded it. Interesting. But what I noticed is that we've got the poisoned one. So I'd been thinking about starting anyways, but I had not actually done so. Well, I guess we're heading in. Everything's all set with our inventory. I guess I didn't leave anything on the ground anywhere either, so it's not like we missing out anything. Alright, well, off we go. It's not the butcher then.
The smell of death surrounds me.
Oh, yep, you are not going to be affected by that spell. Well, at least we shouldn't have the worst amount of trouble. Oh, yep, you guys are not going to be affected. Alright, we have, this now.
The sanctity of this place.
I think this is the blacksmith's quest, so let's, take care of this. Oh, I remember, we actually, I don't think we finished that, side quest in the as well, so, yeah, this might give us another chance at it if it shows up. I'm not talking about this quest, I meant like the one we had on floor 5. Yeah, we're not going to run out of mana like our first playthrough, so we're definitely going to be able to clear it a lot easier. As a decent amount of our time was just spent making sure that we weren't running in a bad situation. Yeah, no, I estimate that we were 5 levels below where our normal playthrough was without the EXP penalties, so it was a noticeable difference in difficulty. I mean, it will pay off in the end, but we're gonna have to make it to that point. Oh, you're champion. Oh, did it lose, I guess we had to recast it when we entered. We didn't do that. We're doing okay. But the casting speed is pretty good, and so is our mana, so we can just go wham, wham, wham like that now. You can just spray and pray pretty much. Oh, you're not. Yeah, let's go. We need fire. Yep, he was immune to our other one. Got him. That should give us 1,000 coins when we go back in. We might have enough to actually get some of those power-ups from Wirt and see if they're permanent or not. That's another thing we can experiment with now, because this is probably going to be our first time with that. Now, what level is our firebolt? Would it do enough for us to just use it as our main attack here? Well, let's certainly give it a shot. I think it will hit all these targets that we've seen. So it would mean less switching. Oh, archers. Oh, it's you. Jerks. Got him. Alright, after he's gone, I think our plan for this is a good plan. Yeah, I'm hoping for more spell books. Oh, are you actually immune to it? Yeah, that sucks. But the regular ones are not. Oh wait, was that what? Oh, that's why. I thought I was on hold still. There we go. We'll make it. Do you have another synergy point? I mean, we already determined we were going to max this anyway, so we'll do this as extra. That also counts as basically HP for us anyway. It's not a bad choice. At some point I'm going to go through this and decide which other things I want to get here. Because I need to like plan out which perks I want to get. If I want to have a good leveling thing. But since I know which synergies I want, that's kind of what I'm focusing in on for now. So fortitude and focus. See, some of the other ones that I want are like the resistance one, but we actually don't have the vitality for that. And I would rather just get it from picking up stuff than putting points into it. Although if I max out my my magic to the point where I can't put points into it by levels up, then I will start putting them into vitality. It's not exactly a dump stat, but it does affect. It's the only one of our things that has had an effect on which perks I can take. The other stats have not. The thing is, I think I can fake some of this stuff with items. Like I could just find an item later on that adds a whole bunch of the stat, and then I can just choose the perk I want. I don't think it requires that I have it as a base stat. Most of the other things in the game don't. So goes El Chupacabra. I mean, we are going to be maxed out on items soon, but that's a quality problem. Fountain of Tears. Ouch. But we're okay. Okay, what do we get? Resistance plus. Well, it's not the worst.
I cannot carry anymore.
Okay, yeah, it's time for us to return.
I have no room.
My grand...
Let me just do that.
Yep.
Greetings!
Yeah, we can just cast Mana Shield. I guess we don't need to hold on to those anymore. Oh, didn't mean to sell that, but it's fine.
Hello, my friend.
Okay, let's see what we got. That's actually not bad. That will let us read something, I hope. Oh. Okay, let's
Greetings!
see what this does for us. So that's just a boost to our hit points, which is not that useful, whereas this will help us in more situations. Although it's not the best modifier we could get. It's still better than what we currently have. That's also probably better than what we currently have, although I might save this as a resistance ring.
Good day. How may I serve you?
Okay, let's see. I want to see the difference in what happens. 37 to 51. Alright, it's not significantly better, but it's still better. And we're gonna get a Firebolt book as well when we go in. Gonna tell me about that.
What ails you, my friend?
He was just gonna tell us about the poisoned water supply. We've already heard that spiel.
Hello, good friend.
Reflect, huh? Don't really want to spend 7,000 on it though. We were gonna see if the word's power-ups were actually permanent.
Over here.
Let's go for the ones that help us in the long run. Like, technically more gold find would help us get more gold, if that makes sense. So yeah, that looks like that might be a permanent buff. So yeah. Nice. I actually really like that. So another thing I wanted to see is if the crypt remains open, the mausoleum, if we can just go down there now that we've been down there once. Yes, I could skip all the way down there on a new game. We could do that. I think we'll get some benefit from clearing because we're not actually as strong as we should be anyway. And like before, I like to see how it improves. 23 to 29. Yeah, the power didn't go up a whole lot, but our mana cost went down. Which is probably the much more important thing that happened there. I mean, the one I need to find more of is actually Charged Bolt, because Charged Bolt has another thing that happens with it, which is namely that it gets more bolts as you level it up. I wish that was the case, that these basic other bolts actually got a noticeable improvement. But, c'est la vie. Like, we can see right now how many we launch. We launch 4 bolts. That's 4. Yeah, see it split finally? Yeah, they're 4. Now, specifically, that sick villager quest needs a charged bolt. We didn't have another element that could hit it yet. We did get 2 more ice bolt books, but that might be overkill a bit. That's fine. Floor clear. But I mean, we got 3 spell books out of it. We can't be too sad about that. It's exactly what we wanted. You can't be sad when you get everything you want. So we got another version of the Black Chapel. This place wasn't too bad. I mean, it had a nasty lightning user, but that was like the only thing that was dangerous, really. But we got a whole bunch of magic items out of it, so hopefully that happens again. Oh, you guys. We actually have enough regen to just kind of do this. I mean, that's one thing I'll give us, is that we're not actually suffering from a lack of mana. So over our main mage, we're actually in a pretty good mana spot. We've got Mana Shield, although it doesn't seem to be on. And our spells are in a pretty good spot, and we've got an element that our main mage didn't even have, which was ice. So we got a 1 element bonus too. Nope, you're not gonna work that way. Yeah, we can spam this all day long and it'll hurt most of them without much trouble. Well, that was all of them. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to even go back to town like right after this, just to...
No, I cannot carry any more.
Yep, that's exactly what I figured was gonna be.
No.
I know. Hello, good friend.
I remember that we could get identify relics in here and we could do it ourselves. They are a little cheaper than the other one. Way to get it.
Hello, my friend.
I mean, having more HP doesn't do a lot for us anyway. More gold will mean more things, though.
Hello, my friend.
I think this gets socketed. I think that's how that works.
Greetings!
Alright, we didn't actually identify you.
Good day. How may I serve you?
There is an awful lot of these gems. Alright, I can actually
Good day.
store books.
How may I serve you?
Yeah, stash tabs are actually pretty pricey.
Greetings!
That's okay. Oh, we have goats. Oh, it's the dark passage. Okay, and we got freaking skeleton. Oh no, you're not what I thought you were. I thought you were gonna be... I thought they were skeletons. So... Didn't quite get me, but you tried. There's actually quite a few monsters in here. Oh. Poisoned one, huh? Well, now they're the dead ones, so... What is nice is that so far they're all weak to being hit with ice. And that is our main element. I mean, we can just wait around and let them come to us. We're gonna hit a lot of random stuff doing this. I mean, something can see us. Oh, Book of Arcane... 2 books? Nice. An Arcane Star is, I think, a pure magic attack. That might be one of the things that we needed. That's a third, extra ice bolt tome. That does a lot of damage, but it is pretty expensive. So why are you not showing up on our list? Oh no, here you are. Okay. For a second I was wondering why it didn't show up on our list. I guess I just didn't see it. here? I thought it was bugged or something. Sword of Justice is strong and swift. I think that one might be a raise
I have no
to
room.
how much damage that your melee attacks do, which does not do a lot for us. I can look that up again. I have a list of the shrines. Yep, all weapons get +1 to damage. I don't think we can get there from... Oh wait, maybe we could have gotten here from there. Was there 2 ways to go from the beginning? Is that what I messed up on? Oh, we walk so slow. Did I just choose a direction and it was not the only one? I don't think they're enjoying their situation much. I kinda hope it loops around. Kinda looks like it might.
No, I have no room.
I mean, I think this is basically like the first quest in Diablo 2, where like as soon as you clear out the cave, the water is all safe. I think that game just pretty much took it 1 for 1. Let's just do the quest again, this time with hookers and blow, you know? See, same thing. Water just goes clear. Absolutely. Okay, so then we can just go back to town. Okay, what do you got as a quest reward?
What's that you say? The mere presence of the demons has caused the water to become tainted? Oh, truly a great evil lurks beneath our town. But your perseverance and courage gives us hope. Please, take this ring. Perhaps it will aid you in the destruction of such vile creatures.
Oh, baby.
Hello, my friend.
Alright, let's use any of these first. They're a little
Hello,
cheaper.
good friend.
They only cost 78. Oh, you're a unique ring? That's actually nice. However, I don't think it's better for us than what we're currently using.
Hello, my friend.
I mean, what I'm actually hoping for are more things that raise our spell levels. That's like the #1 thing that would help us make our spells
Greetings!
cheaper and make them do more damage. Yeah, I don't see us using this one, so I'm just gonna sell it, but that is a good reward amount of money. I'm just looking at what's in this. Yeah, it's fine.
Hello, good friend.
I'm gonna hold on to this third book of
Good day. How may I
Ice Bolt,
serve you?
but I may eventually end up selling it if I get it. If I run low on room, because the thing is that oh, hello there. Yes, Revenge of the Tavern Keeper is the most current expansion, although Declan could always add another expansion. So, the Revelation was actually a side expansion by a different developer who didn't own the game. It was more like a fan project. And it was directly in competition to the Ascension that Declan made. Declan bought the rights from Dave Allen, and Archie basically didn't like that and kind of made his own version off the base game, which was the Revelation. But the Revelation did go down to floor 32. It had 2 ginormous expanded floors that were very cool and had a lot of creativity and thought put into them, and it was a lot of fun. But the Ascension goes all the way down to floor 36, and Revenge of the Tavern Keeper brings that down to floor 45. But both Ascension and Revenge of the Tavern Keeper also expand the map from being a 45 by 45 to being a 90 by 90. So it's actually closer to like quadrupling or more the size of the map. It would be. That wouldn't be the worst. The forums themselves have a lot of updates, but one of the things is that about a year or so ago, he lost all of his web files when basically they just shut down his thing, and I guess he lost everything, so it's kind of his own business to fix it. But I mean, I just kind of share the game because it's awesome in a general sense. I don't care much about his forum or like personal information website stuff. I don't really know Declan personally. But most of the people in the community have tangentially known each other for off and on 20 years. But I could probably answer any questions about the game you want, and I can answer a little bit about like the politics and stuff like that. But yes, Revenge of the Tavern Keeper is the most currently updated. It also was updated by Declan to run much better on Windows 10 and 11. Whereas the original Demise, well, you might have to use the compatibility mode just to make it work with like some sort of virtual box situation. Devil Whiskey was a side game that he made. Like that is that page that I linked to is actually his order page for all of his products, not just Demise. I mean, I figured it would be better to like link to his general one in case he like changes things around, because it's happened more than once. And if that happens, if it actually becomes a new page, then I'll update stuff. So Ascension is now the base game, but it goes down to floor 36, which is bigger than the base game. The base game can't actually be bought anymore. It only ever had physical copies, and it definitely isn't being made anymore, although you might theoretically be able to find it a different way. I wouldn't know where. I mean, I technically have copies of it. I have the original CD. But it certainly would not run well. I wouldn't recommend it. What I would say is that Revenge of the Tavern Keeper is probably the best way. It had some quality of life upgrades from even Ascension. Like, they added a couple of new spells to the game that you can find early on. They basically made some of the mechanics a little bit less obtuse. But yeah, if you ever had just questions for me, my YouTube channel name is the same as this one, and I do answer all questions and commentary, and I have my entire playthroughs on it. Because yes, I do have two ginormous Demise playthroughs. One's a solo playthrough, and one is a my main team playthrough. Although I also play it separately off of both of those just to mess around with stuff. Yeah, he also Declan also sells versions of both Mortar 1 and Mortar 2 in their most complete form. Like Demise was made like with Mortar 2 as a basis, but I think it was still a full game on its own, right? And technically, Demise is like the sequel to Mortar 1. I believe is how the story goes. Like, technically, the story of it is that you essentially they basically lose in Mortar, and I don't know that. I would suspect not. I don't think he like has sales, but I also don't keep up on it. I'll be honest. That part I wouldn't know. I don't think it is a like sold in any stores. Well, the main idea is in Mordor 1, you had this city that you were working out of, and you go to find the evil inside, and essentially what happens is you fight the evil, and you basically cause a bigger evil to come out, and then it spills out of the town. They have to abandon it. Well, Steam won't do it because it doesn't run without compatibility modes, and it's basically the entire game is made out of out of BASIC. Like, it's just a basic, like, it's made out of basic programming language, and that's not a thing that Steam allows. They don't allow games that don't run as applications natively, or something to that effect. There was a reason Declan said he tried to get it on Steam, and they denied him. Yeah, I could see GOG potentially doing it, but I mean, I don't know. There are discounts if you can prove that you have a copy of Demise itself, the original one. There is an upgrade option that is cheaper, which is what I did. But you have to be able to prove that you bought Demise at some point. Like, he has the transaction records from the previous developer. That's the only discount that I know of. And sorry for anyone that's just looking for Diablo information. I'm answering questions about a game I'm passionate about. I am actually just really glad that it's even being worked on at all, so I'm not as picky about where it is or isn't available. Because I thought it was just abandoned for a long time. I actually didn't find out it was still being worked on until about a year ago. Yeah, like, as far as games of quality, like, the amount of hours you can get out of the game if you're willing to put them into it, and if you already know you like the game, then you already know that there's a lot you could do with it. Then, the hours per time played per dollar is amazingly high. Like, I think Demise is the one game I've played the most of all games in the world. Probably thousands of hours at this point. Over all of its incarnations, between the Revelation to the base game to this one now. Like, my playthrough for just one of my teams is about 200 hours. I mean, I'll probably cool off a bit on it after I beat it again. Like, I'm on the last quest, and then I'm probably going to semi-retire my main team from being having videos made on it, and I'll just do my solo challenge character. And it's not that I don't like the game, it's just I've played an awful lot of it. Oh yeah. that is a game that I'm considering getting into too. That game reminds me of Exile 3: The Ruined World, which is a game that I played a lot of in my childhood. That I actually imagine most people don't know about. It got remade as Avernum, but I didn't think that version of it was as good as the original. Although I do appreciate that the original developer remade it to make it more accessible. Oh yeah, you got the right idea. But yeah, no, as far as I know, the Spiderweb software guy, he's still making games. It's just under a new name. And the game series is called Avernum, and it's up to 3 games beyond that one now. And it is good stuff, but it just didn't scratch the same itch for me. Yeah, like there hasn't been a game as large of a world as that Exile 3 Ruined World, I think, for me. Like that, the way that game changes over time was amazing. Like you wait too long to heal stuff and the towns just start becoming ruined. That was amazing. Not to mention the quest that triggers if you take too long to solve stuff, that just you have to teleport to a demon place so that like the game is just over. Oh, there are both archers in this one. Fortunately, we're a lot stronger than our first time coming through here. This would have been pretty annoying if we were a little weaker. Was that an update that changed it? I thought they were just straight up remakes, like by the same developer following the pattern. I don't think that they were updates. I think they were just straight up reimaginings. But yeah, like while I want to get into the Tales of Majel, like the thing is that it's just a matter of time. There's literally hundreds of games I want to play. I just have too many long form games right now. If only I could be immortal, you know? No need for sleep, no need for eat. Like, a lot of people think gaming's dead. They're absolutely wrong. There's infinite good games. You just gotta look. Like, technically, this is essentially an entirely new experience as well, because this mod is in development still. This is an alpha build for a mod that is going to release in 2028 for the original Diablo game. If only Blizzard actually made good games. But, I mean, you can't expect to make good games when you fire all the people that made your original games. Yeah, I'm not really big. I've only played a very little bit of it, so I'm not really big on what all the differences between the versions are. What do you like better about that particular version? What does it do different? I thought they were just expansions to the whole game. Like it had like all the features of the previous game, but had additional content kind of thing. Yeah, now that we've got a decent amount of hit points with Mana Shield, this is getting a lot more
I
manageable.
cannot carry anymore.
Okay, that's fair. Like I said, if I actually get into it, I'll start looking into like things like that. But like I like the presentation of it enough that I will eventually get into it, even if it's not like soon or immediately or anything like that. But now that I know about it, like it's pretty much just a matter of time. But like the main thing is I can only play so many dungeon crawls at a time. Like between this and Demise, like I'm pretty set for a little while. Eventually I will want to do another one after I solve these ones. Time cannot diminish the power of steel. What does this one do? Okay, this repaired my items. That's all that shrine did.
No.
Yeah, this game didn't want to tell you what the shrines did up front. You had to keep a record of it.
No.
Just no. Just no. Ah. That's cool.
Hello, my friend.
Oh, good. We finally got a better one of those, finally. I'm still looking for a good piece of equipment that has vitality on it so that we can use it to get those perks.
Greetings!
Oh, that's perfect. That sounds amazing. That sounds like you're just dead, man. But that's funny. Like, funny deaths are good. If the only thing is that, I'm not the biggest fan of, like, permadeath in games, unless permadeaths actually give you unlocks, and I don't think that's the case in that, so the most likely case is I would largely only want to play it on the modes where I can explore at my own leisure. Because in games like that, my fun is had in exploring the content, not dying over again.
Good day. How may I serve you?
Yeah, 4 of these is probably too many.
Hello, good friend.
Yep, we can
Over
afford the
here.
next upgrade. I think I'm gonna get more experience gain, as that'll help us with leveling up.
Greetings!
Make sure we repair everything too. That's cool. Yeah, when I looked at it, there was just a ton of options in it. It looked pretty crazy. But I kind of feel the same way about like Noida, where there's just so much to get into. Oh yeah, it definitely looked really cool. Like, as long as Debts can actually unlock something, that's fine. But once they can't unlock anything anymore, then I just want to play, you know? Without having to worry too much about it. Because at a certain point, it's more about I respect my time too much to just beat my head against a wall, because there's enough other games I can play. Alright, let's see how this helps Holy Bolt. Got 55 to 132 and 5. Nice, that's actually a pretty sizable increase and a cost decrease. Yep, but we're coming up on another level. And that's another floor cleared. Alright. That seems like a good spot to stop for a couple-minute break, and then we will mosey back in for another round. Thank y'all for watching. Be back in a moment.